Hello, everyone. We're live again. I'm getting good at this daily shit, huh? Today we're gonna be attempting, at least, to play the Stanley Parable, the new one. I've never played this one or the original, and I've seen someone play through the original a while ago, and I can't remember a whole lot of it right now. My brain's a little frazzled, I'll be honest. So, good time to play the game. So yeah, I'm gonna get the game started up. Because I'm totally unprepared. I kind of did this. I kind of did this on a whim. So I'm gonna get the game started up. Yes, hello. Just get the game pulled up, and we'll just see how it runs. And then, oh great, I can't get out of here. That's not good. Hold on. Okay. I need to have my phone pulled up to see the chat because otherwise I can't see it because this is a full screen game, I guess. So now I'm gonna deal with that. Showing up on screen. Okay. Make a noise whenever I do that. So that's good. Hello. It's a full screen game for right now. English. I'll have my phone propped up here against my computer so I can see it. I just really need a phone stand so I can see chat. I guess I kind of have one. Hold on. It's not the same, but I do have a ring light. I have a ring light over here that I can use as a phone stand, possibly, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. This motherfucker's very wobbly. Theoretically, I should be able to prop up my phone onto this and be able. Oh my god. And be able to read chat. Little. Oh my god. It's a little bit scuffed, but it's okay, guys. Everything. Oh god, it's falling over. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it, guys. Everything's fine. Okay. Is everything working? Hopefully. So try and remember to look over at chat every once in a while. Think we good? Nothing's making weird noises or anything? It's all good? Do I sound okay? Does does the game sound okay? Yep. Okay, thank you. Oh god. Too much. Too much. I am a mess today. I am so sorry, guys. It's right. Yeah. I don't even have my glasses. It's fine. Everything's okay. Let's go. Confirm. I'm gonna say no, even though I haven't played it, but I do know about it. I'm gonna say no. Joke's on you, I'm a blind bitch, and I'm keeping it all the way up for stream purposes. Enter the current time. Confirm. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Very cool. How does it look on the stream, by the way? Because I can't, I can't exit the thing. I mean, hold on, maybe... If I do... No, you're still gonna be difficult with me, aren't you? Does it look okay? No, why did it do that? No, go back to Windows. Oh wait, I can do this? Oh god, that's tiny. Oh no 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 no. That didn't make it any better. I don't know what I did. Oh god. I apologize, everyone. I'm working on it. I don't know what happened. Just go back to full screen for a second. Okay, that's what I wanted. There we go. Now I can actually see the chat. So let me try something else here. Oh my god, it's just gonna do that every time now, isn't it? Oh god, what did I do? Oh no. You know what, just go back to full screen. It's fine, we're going back to full screen. Everything's fine. Controls. Let's begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, that sensitivity is a little high. Let's try that. Better. I got an achievement, nice. Mondays. Looks like there's like a bit of slide with the movements. Whatever, anyways.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, that's actually really easy to do. I'm not gonna do that now. But just so I know how easy it is to do now. Let's just do a regular run through of the game. What do you think? I think we should just do like a
When
regular
Stanley
run through.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hey guys, what should I do? I'm letting the chat gets to decide. So you guys have to participate, okay? Right? Okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's what I wanted to do.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left. Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I think that's it. Okay.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
What should I do, guys? Just go this way? Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, I'm gonna have 2 options here. Should I jump off and go that way? Or should I continue on that way? Basically, stay on the lift or jump off. Jump? Okay. I feel like I'm
Look, Stanley,
sliding.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I find that hard
There's
to
someone
believe.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
What should I do? This is either the most fun ending, or I'm fairly certain if I go through the red door, it's a very sad ending. So it depends on what you want. First ending of the game. How are we gonna memorialize my first ever playthrough of the game? Red or blue, chat? Red or blue? Blue? Okay. If you say so.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Should I keep going through the blue door, or should I go through the red door now? Give me an opportunity to change your answer. This will memorialize the first ending that I get. You sure? Anyone else want to provide any input? Anybody else? Five, four, three, two, one. All right. This is the ending we're going for.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley
Communicate just
walked
fine.
through the red door.
I'm gonna ask one more time. Are you sure? Are you sure you want me to go through the blue door? Are you sure that's the ending you want me to get? Don't want me to go through the red door? All right.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see, there's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you
Literally anything.
want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Let me out. I don't want to go this way. No. Well, fine.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
What should I rate it? One? Okay.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely
Here we go.
opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So
Well,
why
I
don't
guess
you
we know
give
what
it
we're
4
doing
hours of play
this
to
stream,
make
guys.
sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes
Strap
on your
in for another
experience.
4-hour stream.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Yep.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Wait, they changed the games?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up
Wait, what is
high
this
in your
game
creep
again?
tower. Perhaps for some
the
sort
name's
of
on the tip of my
twisted,
tongue.
erotic purpose.
Shit, what's the name?
Yes,
What's the game?
that must be it. What a fascinating
Oh my
venture into
god,
the
I've never
experience
played
of
it.
total
I've been
mental
wanting to,
depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Why was that the Minecraft door sound? Whatever. This is cool. I didn't know they changed the games. Well, I guess we head out. Windy. How's the game volume, by the way? Is it okay? I went the wrong way. Is it Firewatch? Is that what it is? I think that's right. I went the wrong way. I'm an idiot. I remember in the original one, it was, Minecraft and,
No, it can't be.
Portal.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
Oh, hey!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really
Jonesy
wandered off
Lake.
into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Why is he so upset about it?
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just
Let me out of here! Let me out! Oh, okay.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
This is Rocket League,
Just
right?
a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Knowing me, I probably will. Played
Okay,
Rocket
so what
League.
exactly do we do here? Let's see.
I haven't played a lot of games.
There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
I've been pretty good.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown
I'm a little
together.
frazzled, but
yes, I think
that happens
surely
when you
we
try and
must.
stream every day.
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
So I was up till like 2 in the morning last night. Whoa, moving faster. Hold on. I just want to play this now. Jump into one of the goals? I don't want to, though. I want to play with the ball. I'll probably end up falling into
Are you doing it?
into
Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought.
I'm
And I
moving
realize
so
I'm not a
fast.
sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have
Confectionery
more.
shop. He
I'm
is so
insatiable. More
on.
balls.
Oh my god. This is amazing. I am at chat's mercy though, so if someone says I have to do it.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Hold on. What are you doing?
Oh, I didn't want to do that. Candy shop. Confectionery is like candy
Stanley,
shop.
don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a
I think
story
at
without
least.
me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have so much.
Narrator? I'll move slowly again. Well, guess I'm on my own now. Where are we? Ooh, I cannot see anything. Am I supposed to be able to? Oh. Where am I? What is this? This looks like... Wait, 43? The textures on the wall remind me of, Half-Life. Wasn't the original Stanley Parable, like, a Half-Life mod or something? I got a notification on what it was. What happened? What did the did-it-do thing? What was that? Was someone following, or? Hold on. Oh, I can crouch. Hold on. Someone entered the end. That means that somebody followed. Oh, that doesn't look right. The aspect ratio on all of my things looks very wrong. Hold on a sec. Oh, you followed. Okay. I'll definitely update the recent follower thing then. There we go. My computer's fucked. But yeah, I think wasn't the original Stanley Parable like the very first one, the demo? Wasn't it like a Half-Life mod or something like that? I never really played it, but I feel like that was the case. Maybe this is supposed to be like the original build. Better update it. I will, don't worry. I'm using OBS because Streamlabs I just drop so many frames that it's and like the lag is really bad. Like the what am I trying to say? The the delay is really bad on Streamlabs, so like I'll say something and then like a whole minute later it'll actually happen on the stream, and so I can't interact with chat like at all, which means that I don't get um live alerts and like live follow updates and stuff. I have to do all that myself with just a text box. Which kind of sucks, but hey, at least I'm able to stream. Anyways, let's go in here. Yeah, this looks like Half-Life stuff to me. Not that I've ever played Half-Life, but I've seen enough of it. You just got the game last week? Fair enough then. Oh! What happened? Why'd it go black?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it, he'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
This is kind of dark. I mean, I know the game gets dark at times, but this is... Oh, did we get an ending? Is that the end? Well, the end is never the end, but, you know, you get the point.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Get the bucket, I don't... the window... Right, the window! But maybe I should wait to do the window? Yeah, I know I can get out the window. What to do with the bucket? The bucket? I just started playing. That was the first ending that I've gotten. I didn't kill it. I know there is a bucket, I don't know how you get it yet. I just started playing. Yeah, I know you can get out the window, like, pretty easily. But I don't know if I want to. Don't lie to me, mister. I'm not lying. Oh god. Don't. I don't know, should I do it? What are you on about? This is playthrough 1, technically, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, let's do it.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Okay, yeah,
He
I
then praised
that.
the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Wait, oh my god, is he gonna sing? I forgot about that.
There once was a man named Stanley.
Not quite singing, but...
who people considered so manly.
Yeah.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
The bucket comes whenever I get to it. I don't know how to get the bucket yet. Okay. Anyways, since you are a new follower, I'm contractually obligated to tell you about the Discord server where you can join and be notified every time I go live and every time I upload a VOD on YouTube. You should join, it's linked on my profile, you should totally join the Discord. I didn't skip the singing, he already sang. Yeah, you should totally join the Discord server if you want to. Shameless plug. I gotta do it. Okay, I'm a small streamer. I'm a very small streamer. I gotta plug. It should be linked on my profile, or maybe my mod here can grab the link for you. Anyways.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Don't ooh at them, you might scare them off. The link doesn't work. Sorry about that. I'll have to fix that. That is my bad, but there's the link right there. I'm sorry about that. I will have to fix that after stream. Shark, please remind me to fix that after the stream. Yeah, there's the link. Dang, I got 6 viewers.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, there's the link in case the first work. Thank you, Shark. You are very appreciated. Okay, chat. Got the games ending. Yeah, don't forget. I'll try not to. You got the games ending. What should we do now? Left or right? It's up to chat. I'm letting chat decide what to do. It still doesn't work? Hold on. Let me see if maybe I can fix this. Expire. Generate a new link. One sec. Let me try and put it in the chat. Here. If that doesn't work, then I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm doing my best here. Okay, I'm not never actually run a Discord server before. I need to figure out what is going on with my computer. This game is messed up.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He
Wait.
seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
I've never heard that dialogue before. Sissy bastard. I got the link to not expire, so that might be a problem. Yeah, I don't know. That's very strange. Hold on. I will add you temporarily. If I can. Everything's messed up on my computer right now. Yeah, I will add you temporarily. And let's do the link. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, I sent you a friend request. So if you'll accept that, I can send you the link, and then after stream we can try and figure that out. Okay. So now I can go to the server. An invite. Should have sent the invite, so you should be able to join. There we are. Welcome to the Discord. And just for safety reasons, for my own safety reasons, I'm gonna remove you from my friends. Nothing personal. I just don't know you very well. This is just a temporary thing so I could get the link sent out. Okay, there we go. After an eternity. Yeah, I am so sorry about that. I had no idea the link doesn't work. Nobody informed me until today. That's totally on me. We'll get that. It's, um, I've had some bad experiences with strangers on Discord, so I don't like to keep people I don't know in my friends list. Nothing personal. Nothing you did. If we ever become closer, become friends or whatever, then be a different story. Anyways, chat, which direction should I go? Should I go left or right? We got the games ending already. And we got the window ending. So, which direction should I go? Should I go left? Do you think left? Well, since you two are the only two participating in chat, I'm gonna go ahead and go left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do polls. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Well, guess where we're going? Didn't need to close it. Don't do a poll. Yeah.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
It is kind of a waste of time. If people wanted to participate in the chat, they probably would.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
When I was younger, I didn't know that FA stands for fuck all. I had no idea what that meant because I was so innocent.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yep.
Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Because chat told me to.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
My chat told me to. I'm at the mercy of my chat.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yep.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
Hi.
But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Tell everyone I got the broom closet ending.
In a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
But just drugs and hookers.
Hello?
Real
Anyone
and true.
who happens to be
Not
nearby,
actually. For legal reasons,
the
I am
person
not.
at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
There's no more dialogue, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move on. Let's go!
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, up or down? Up. Hmm. Got a feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So say that's a lovely purse. I love how out of place this door looks here. Huh. Oh, well that's not okay. But I can. Oh. Is the narrator dancing? I've never played the original, but I've seen a lot of playthroughs of the original, and I know that there's like buckets in this game, but I don't know how to get to it. Anyways, is the narrator dancing? Because it sounds like he's dancing around. Oh, I'm just back here again. Okay. Anyways.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, so I've heard that there's new stuff with this ending that
Descending
you can
deeper into
do.
the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
What
It
have I been
was
up
a
to today?
stirring of
Not
emotion in his
much,
chest,
really.
as though he felt more free to
Did some
think for
laundry,
himself, to question
showered.
the nature of his job.
I don't do a whole
Why
lot,
did he
honestly.
feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Wait, can I go back up? It is pretty boring. I don't live a very interesting life. Can I go back up? We'll do that some other time. Let's do this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
In the process of drying your clothes. Mine may or may not still be sitting in the washing machine right now. Because I kind of forgot until just now that I was doing laundry. Jump into the black abyss. I don't know how to do that. Should I escape ending or let's just do, you know what? Let's just do a proper ending. And then we can go do like the extra stuff later. Is it here that you do it?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Okay,
screens.
I know you can do that.
What horrible
Get more
secret did
sexy
this place
singing if I
hold?
do.
Stanley thought to
I'll do
himself.
it later.
Did he have the strength to find out?
I plan to try and get all of the major endings. Maybe not in this stream, but eventually. What are you confused about? Life? You know what? Fair enough. Understandable, actually.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Oh my god,
Stanley's
it's me on my
co-workers.
TV.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I'm a life tutorial. I wish I could, but I'm fairly certain that Shark is older than me, and therefore has a little bit more life experience than I do.
This
You're a
mind
celebrity and shit?
control
Nice.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been
I'm
under
younger
someone's
than you,
control
though.
all this time? Was this the
You've
only
been
reason
20
he was
longer than
happy
I
with his
have.
boring job? That his emotions had been
I
manipulated
literally
to
only
accept
turned
it
20
blindly?
like a couple weeks ago.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
I believe it. I
Wasn't
believe
it?
you're famous.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, guys, big decision. On or off? Yep, we are. It's all a simulation. Off? Yeah. Might as well.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
There's a stretched texture over there. It's hard to see. I wonder what it is. I wouldn't know how to get to it.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
I am kind of a nerd. It caught my eye. It looked kind of strange. Must have been an object that they didn't make right or something. Achievement unlocked. Beat the game. Hell yeah. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
You have to beat the game in 4 minutes. I mean, I probably could. If I speedran it.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort.
Yeah, I can do that, probably.
A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 13.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it.
I'm
Yes,
not really much of a
almost certainly
completionist.
50 clicks.
50 clicks? I don't even know how many times I'm clicking.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417, where is that one? Say 20? Yeah, it realized pretty quick
now,
that I don't
go
need
click
to
a
do
few
that.
times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
10 clicks? Okay. Explore the Discord server while I click doors. Okay. Fair enough.
Now, back to door number 437.
Gotcha.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Copy machine? What did he say?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Gotcha. Maybe. You get triggered at the whole, like, the climbing up thing.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Okay.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really
God,
now,
it really sounds like
what
it
were
is,
you
right?
thinking?
So gross.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
2 or 3, stop. Okay, guys, left or right? I don't know. When does the new stuff come in? I guess I go left again? Should I go for the, Yeah, you're very mature. Should I go for the, Ooh. Chad is disagreeing. Should I go for the insanity ending, or should I go for the, what's the one? Consider left. My chat is fighting, oh god. There's also the one where you unplug the phone, right? I could go do that one. Perhaps I've made a mistake letting chat choose. Left is good. I don't know, I'm inclined to listen to my mod. I made them a mod for a reason. Yeah, I know the ones on the right, but there's also the insanity ending. True. Let's go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. I could go down the lift, or I could keep going. Hey, be nice to the mods. Okay? Shark's a very good friend of mine, be nice. I get you're excited, but... Okay, should I keep going, or go down the lift? Okay. It's alright. I'm gonna let you off with a little warning this time. Just don't do it again, okay? Be nice to the mods. Mods work hard. Go whichever way I want. The lift one, I think it's like the confusion ending. It's kind of long, so I'll do that one later. Let's go to the phone.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
incredible he wasn't
whatever.
5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Ooh.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yep, you better believe it.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch.
Question.
I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
I still don't know what that means. I'm not practicing shit.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Gotcha.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I know it's a different ending, I don't care.
You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. I want to go on the right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late. Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
That doesn't seem good.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Yep.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Yep.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
Nope.
That there's a world outside of you?
Not at all.
You're a child. Oh, my story.
Cry about it.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'll go left.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Okay.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
I mean, the only roles are like
Stanley spoke the
pronoun
code.
roles.
Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Pronoun roles and ping roles. So, just put in your pronouns.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect.
Not that bad. You're fine.
The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello?
Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
I actually feel kind of bad for the
The
narrator, a
story
little
needs
bit.
you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
It's sad. Yeah, I don't know. Some endings you kind of feel bad for him, other endings not so much.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally.
Fuck?
This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Speak for
No
yourself.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Dickhead.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so I can go with the insanity ending, or I could go to the, jump out the lift and then go through the red door. Might as well just do both the gut punch endings. Just get the red door ending out
This
of the
was
way.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by
Next
the
we'll
employee
do the
lounge
run
first,
through, try and
just
do
to
run through
admire
in
it.
4 minutes. Or under 4 minutes.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5
I'm
years
not a
ago.
completionist. I just didn't know that was an achievement.
Look,
And then,
Stanley,
like,
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
No, we
I'm not
haven't.
your enemy, really, I'm not.
I kind
I
of
realize
do.
that investing your trust in someone
I've never
else can be
successfully
difficult, but the
speedran
fact
anything.
is that the story has
Though
been
I
about
guess it could
nothing but
technically
you
count my Portal
all this
2
time.
playthrough as a speedrun.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Yep.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yep.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
Yep.
You see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going?
Narrator.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Sorry, dude.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
You can get more dialogue if you keep going back and forth.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving. Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this. No. No, no, what are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps
You
you
move
finally see
slowly.
what I'm talking about.
I think you move slower after you jump off the second time, because you're hurt.
I know you'll see. You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Yeah, I do. I just don't care.
No, perhaps not. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Yep.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Yeah, you definitely move slower. I never noticed that. It really is such a depressing ending, like...
Is it over?
Might go to
It's
sleep
going
in
to
a bit?
restart,
Oh, if you
isn't
do,
it?
then sleep well.
I'm going back.
I appreciate you being here on the stream. It means a lot.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone.
Singing this again.
This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
Doing
the
the
door
speed
on
run,
his
guys.
left.
Let's go.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Yeah,
walked
so I'm sorry
upstairs
about the
to his
link being
boss's
broken.
office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling
I don't
books off
remember
the shelf,
what the code is.
looking
What's the
behind
code?
paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could
can't?
its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
We can get the escape ending. That's for a trophy? Okay. I'll have to do that next time. 889. I'm gonna screenshot that. So I don't forget. There. Took a screenshot so don't forget about it. I'll have to do that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this
Thanks
hall,
for being on the stream. I
Stanley would
appreciate
meet
it.
his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Here we go.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Pretty cool. I've always liked this ending. It's so nice and chill. Wilbur set. Yeah. Michael the Rock Martin. video of him reading out some of these emails? Are you getting... Dunk. Dink dunk the beloved. So what's the difference between a duck? How's the game going? I hope it's as good or better than the first one from a cool man. Are you a rock? Early version of the lounge. Man, it looks boring. A cargo lift. Huh. Interesting. There's just so much stuff here. Sorry if I'm not talking very much, but... You be right back? Alright. That's fine. You pretty much just got a new car? Interesting. Experiencing a little bit of lag. I hope it's not affecting you guys at all. I think I've seen just about everything, though. Freedom ending. You get over there. Aha, here we go.
Stanley jumped in the river. Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design, textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy. Stanley stood on the roof. Stanley pushed. Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you? Still nothing.
Interesting. Love to meet Kevin Brighting in real life. It's pretty cool. Anyways, let's move on.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Sure, he's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Welcome back. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. Everyone in chat, hydrate. Okay? Go drink of water. Eat. Go get food if you haven't already. And I will be back. Hello, chat. I have returned.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
What? Wait, is this the ending? Hold on. I'm gonna try and do the speedrun.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is new.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Shut the fuck up.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I did notice the new content door, so I'll do that next.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided... blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
don't know, I think that was 4 minutes. I don't know if this was the right thing, though.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nice! Nice! Anyways, we got some new content, it seems.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know, narrator.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released
Alex
in 2013 on home computers. After
Mr.
receiving
Gravity
critical
Falls?
and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
That's totally Alex Hirsch.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing
Okay,
special
so
yet,
calm down,
but I'm
baby.
sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Oh god, that's not supposed to happen.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right.
Jump
All right,
circle.
let's see. It's the jump circle.
Okay. I have a feeling this is gonna come back later. I'm not gonna use all my jumps.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, there has to be something else.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay, we're restarting, I guess. Oh.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show. You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
I do want to see. I want to see.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Coffee nut. Oh. Where am I going?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Okay.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Zone, sweet
You see,
zone.
Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Does it say The Last of Us? Cool.
Je suis dans la mémoire zone, c'est sur la pluie des loups, et je n'attends plus que toi, mon amour.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I don't know if I'd say that. It's still a good game. And the two doors.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
The serious room, wasn't that like if you tried to cheat in the game using like the console, you'd get put in there?
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Surely.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Heard this
Trying to
audio
be
before.
funny.
Whoa!
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I've heard the audio before. I didn't know that was from this.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Skip button?
A skip button? Well,
Wait,
well,
is this
yes.
the skip
Yes, I
ending
think
I
we can
heard
do
about?
that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Oh no, this is the skip button ending, isn't it? Oh no! I've heard about this one.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward into... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
I don't want to be in here.
I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such...
Okay. Oh god, I don't want to do this.
Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a faultless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated.
Press it. Oh,
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12 hours?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
noticed.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
plant.
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been,
Oh,
right?
God.
Me talking... Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to
Plant's
think about
dead.
you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire
Okay,
year?
I'm scared.
Let me describe...
Narrator? Oh, that's really eerie. Oh, I don't like this.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a
like this
pathetic
ending.
little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so?
I don't like this ending, guys.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
1 second, guys. I'm gonna... turn on my headphones. Okay, and then I gotta turn over OBS audio to my headphones. Okay, sorry about all that. What the fuck? Sounds like yelling. I don't like this. How's the game audio compared to my voice? Is it okay? Is there a bug? Oh. There's trees. Can I get out of here now? No, why would I ever be able to get out of here? Okay, am I crazy or just sound like the narrator is yelling? Nope, hate this. Oh. What? What is going on? Oh. And we're back. Huh. Um, 1 second. I need to check on something.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Weird. Oh, it's all dark up there. Oh?
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Cool. What's over that way? I wanna go that way.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is
What?
why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever
What's going on?
the Stanley Parable 2.
What? Nah, what?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why there are so many possibilities.
Hold on, I have to check on something. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to delay.
It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I'm sorry, guys, just another minute. Sorry about that. I am back. Shouldn't have to leave anytime soon. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. I would sing if my mic wasn't prone to peaking. Sorry about that. Okay. 1 second. Alright, sorry. My mic was being weird, so I wanted to check on it. Old and busted, new hotness. Forming sections of the chart, cool red section of the chart. Sequential mind share. The color red, leverage, holistic value. This is so cool.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I don't think that's the case, but okay. Portal 2, real. Real and true. Portal 2 is like the best game I've ever played.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Does this work? Only way to test it out. There's an actual website. That is so great. I love that so much. There is an actual website. That's cool. I unironically want one of these shirts. Just unironically. Anyways, the bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who
Where's the
played
bucket?
it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley,
it the
anytime you're
bucket?
holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley parable will feel perfectly normal.
Gimme
and
the
even
bucket!
comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes,
Oh my god,
the
he swore.
bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that
have
just
the
holding it
bucket.
has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2. Does
I love
anyone
this.
give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
The baby's all grown up. What is this?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says. But no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Jim.
How could you do this to me? I'm sad now. At least I have the bucket. I know what's going in the thumbnail now.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
It changed. I fucking love this game.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
I wanted to get well someday. It's fucking funny. Well, fine then, I guess.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
A hole? Well, now I'm curious. What is the hole? It's an infinite hole? Okay.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Okay. This is
You
cool.
see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No, I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna stay here.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No, I'm doing this.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is.
Did
It's
you
an
lie to me?
extremely
Is it not actually infinite?
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the
bucket.
infinite
Wow.
is merely philosophical in nature.
Shark,
It's
I'm
more
putting
of a...
that on the thumbnail.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look,
Yep.
I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there.
I'm
I
putting
think we both said some
bucket.
things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I'm putting as a reminder. Put uwu bucket on the thumbnail. I've made a reminder. You can't stop me.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Can I go back in the hole?
Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal.
Ayo.
A normal person would have said, yes, that's
Ayo.
an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose
like
once
the
again
flat
there's nothing to do
texture
here. If you
cigarettes on the
decide you've had
ground.
enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes.
Shorter.
I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I
I
know
don't
you're
know.
obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the,
Oh, let
teleport
me out
button not
here.
working?
Let me
You
out.
sure? Well, I mean,
Let me out.
I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with
Heck,
it
what the
than you could
hell?
ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Do not leave me, I swear
Take
to
care,
God.
Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Well, shit. What is that? What? What's that noise? What's going on? Narrator? Narrator, come back. What's going on? Whoa, what? What the fuck? I don't like that.
My head's stronger. Now you.
Oh, hate that. Oh, freaky. Please. Space. Wait, am I?
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort
What?
of dozed off there.
Wait, that was a
drifting away into
dream?
dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Poodle pip. Oh, was that an ending? Wait, but
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
okay.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Huh. Okay. Jump circle. I knew it. I knew it would come back. Where is it?
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
What? Uh. What happens when I run out of jumps? Can I not jump anymore? Oh. Okay. I've acquired the bucket. Can I go back to the hole? I want to go back to the hole. Oh, damn. Oh well. I've been going for almost 3 hours. I think once I'm done with this area, I'm probably gonna end it. Ooh, achievement. I'll take an achievement.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I don't believe you.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I haven't been in here. Collectibles. Oh, that looks
Collectibles.
interesting.
Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Done everything. Let's go, I guess.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yeah, I guess.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. it's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, that's
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different
that's
arrangement.
not okay, yeah.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
That's worse.
Who am I
Somehow it's
kidding,
worse.
Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply...
It's me!
Well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
What is it gonna look like? Whoa. This is cool. Anyways, I've been going for almost 3 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and quit the game. I think we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna do this while I'm thinking of it. Okay. So this is the end of the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it so much. We had a lot of viewers this time. I think I saw up to 6 at some point. I don't know if maybe there was more, but at one point I saw there was like 6 people watching, which is really, really cool. Radio silence? Yeah, you're good. You're fine. But yeah, thank you all for watching the stream. You saw up to 9? I had 9 viewers? Holy shit! That's crazy. Oh my god, that's insane. I'm sorry. Anyways, if you enjoyed the stream and you haven't already, please drop a follow. And the link isn't working right now, but we'll figure it out. We'll get it working. You can join the Discord if you haven't. We should have it working by tomorrow. It shouldn't take too long, hopefully, to fix the link. Fingers crossed. You can also go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sugar Queen VODs. I usually upload the VOD the day of, if not the day after. And I usually try and make custom thumbnails. If you want a more one-on-one thing where you can follow me on Twitter, at Sugar Queen, where I kind of shitpost and stuff. Yeah, the link to the Discord is weird right now, but we'll be fixing it. Shouldn't be too hard to fix, hopefully, but yeah, drop a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, join the Discord, you can follow me on Twitter if you want. But yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed the stream. Say bye, chat. Say bye. Gotta wait for chat. It takes a second to catch up sometimes. Alrighty. With all that being said,